What happens when we die? It's a question that has haunted humanity for millennia, a mystery that has inspired religion, philosophy, and science. But what if someone already knew the answer? For decades, the CIA has conducted secretive experiments and studies into human consciousness, the afterlife, and even the very nature of our existence. Buried within declassified documents and insider accounts are clues that suggest the agency may have uncovered astonishing truths about what happens when we pass beyond this life, and they don't want you to know. Tonight, we'll dive deep into the hidden world of government experiments on the soul, consciousness, and the mysterious forces that bind our reality. Chapter 1: The CIA and the Paranormal. The Central Intelligence Agency is not just in the business of espionage. Since its inception, the CIA has dabbled in areas that seem closer to science fiction than intelligence gathering. Projects like MK-Ultra, Operation Stargate, and the infamous Gateway process hint at the agency's obsession with exploring the fringes of human capability. But why? Why would a government agency, ostensibly dedicated to national security, pour resources into studying telepathy, remote viewing, and the mysteries of consciousness? Declassified files show us that the CIA's interest in these topics wasn't just academic, it was practical. If consciousness is not bound by the body, as these experiments suggest, then human beings might have powers far greater than we've been led to believe. Remote viewing, for example, allowed agents to see distant locations without physically being there. But there's a darker side to this. What if the CIA discovered that death itself is not the end? What if the human soul continues to exist beyond the confines of the body? And what if this knowledge has been suppressed to keep humanity docile and controlled? Chapter 2: The Gateway Process, a Map of the Afterlife? One of the most intriguing pieces of evidence comes from the CIA's Gateway process, a program designed to explore altered states of consciousness. In 1983, the CIA commissioned an analytical report on this process, titled Analysis and Assessment of Gateway Process. The report, which was declassified in 2003, reads like something out of a science fiction novel. The Gateway process was developed by Robert Monroe, a pioneer in studying out-of-body experiences. Using a combination of sound frequencies, meditation, and visualization, participants could enter altered states where they claimed to experience phenomena like out-of-body travel, communication with non-physical entities, visions of other dimensions, and even life after death. According to the report, the Gateway process allowed individuals to bypass the physical world entirely and access what Monroe described as the absolute or the source. This source was said to be the origin of all reality, a realm where time, space, and individuality dissolve. The document is chilling in its implications. It describes human consciousness as a hologram that exists independently of the physical brain. When the body dies, this consciousness continues, free to explore realms beyond our comprehension. If true, this means that death is not an end but a transition. Our consciousness, our very essence, may be eternal. But why would this information be hidden? Chapter 3: Control through Ignorance. Knowledge is power, and the power to control populations lies in controlling what they believe. If humanity knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that life continues after death, what would happen to the systems of control that govern our world? Governments, religious institutions, and corporations thrive on fear, the fear of death, the fear of loss, the fear of the unknown. This fear keeps people obedient, working within a framework that perpetuates the status quo. But what if we weren't afraid of death anymore? What if we knew that the soul transcends the physical, that consciousness is infinite? The world would change overnight. People would no longer be as easily manipulated by promises of salvation or threats of annihilation. They might begin to question authority, to seek out their own truths, and to rebel against systems that no longer serve them. This is why some believe the CIA and other powerful organizations suppress this knowledge. The truth about life after death, if widely known, could dismantle the very foundations of modern society. Chapter 4: Evidence of Suppressed Knowledge. While the Gateway process is one of the most concrete examples of the CIA's exploration into life after death, it's far from the only one. There are countless whispers of experiments, projects, and classified missions that delve into this realm. 1. Operation Stargate. Operation Stargate, officially declassified in the 1990s, focused on remote viewing, a technique that allowed individuals to see distant or hidden places through their minds alone. Many participants reported encounters with non-physical entities and glimpses of otherworldly realms. Some even claimed to witness events that hadn't happened yet, suggesting that consciousness is not bound by time. This aligns disturbingly well with the Gateway process's assertion that consciousness exists outside of our three-dimensional reality. 2. Ancient knowledge in modern hands. The CIA's interest in life after death may not be entirely modern. Many occult traditions throughout history have taught that death is not the end but a transformation. Egyptian texts, for example, describe the journey of the soul through the afterlife, while Tibetan Buddhism speaks of the bardo, an intermediate state between death and rebirth. What's fascinating is how closely these ancient teachings mirror the findings of programs like the Gateway process. Some conspiracy theorists suggest that the CIA has actively studied ancient texts to uncover hidden truths about the nature of the soul. Could the agency have access to knowledge passed down from secret societies or ancient civilizations? If so, it would explain their obsession with these esoteric subjects, and their reluctance to share what they've learned. Chapter 5: The Implications of Life After Death. If the soul truly continues after death, it raises profound questions about our purpose, our origins, and our destiny. What happens to consciousness after it leaves the body? Where does it go? The Gateway process suggests that we return to the source, but other theories paint a more complex picture. Some believe that the afterlife is a multidimensional realm where souls continue to learn and evolve. Others suggest that reincarnation is real, and that the soul's journey is a cycle of death and rebirth, each life serving as a lesson for spiritual growth. But there's a darker theory as well. What if the afterlife is a form of control? Some conspiracy theorists propose that our consciousness is trapped in a recycling system, an endless loop of reincarnation designed to keep us bound to this reality. In this scenario, death is not liberation but a prison, and only those who achieve enlightenment or spiritual mastery can break free. Could the CIA know the truth about this system? Could they be hiding the keys to our ultimate freedom? Chapter 6, Techniques to Unlock the Truth. While much of this knowledge remains hidden, some believe it is possible to access the truth on your own. Techniques like meditation, lucid dreaming, and astral projection may allow you to glimpse what lies beyond the veil. 1. Meditation and the gateway process. The techniques described in the gateway process are surprisingly accessible. By focusing on specific sound frequencies and visualizations, you can enter altered states of consciousness where the boundaries between this world and the next begin to dissolve. 2. Lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming allows you to consciously explore your subconscious mind, and, perhaps, other realms. Many practitioners report encountering deceased loved ones or otherworldly beings during lucid dreams, suggesting that this state may serve as a bridge between life and death. 3. Astral projection. Astral projection takes this a step further, allowing your consciousness to leave the body entirely. Those who have experienced astral travel often describe it as a liberation from physical constraints, offering a glimpse of the infinite possibilities beyond this reality. By exploring these techniques, you can begin to uncover the truths that the CIA and others may be hiding. Conclusion: what are they afraid of? If the CIA truly has knowledge about life after death, why are they keeping it from us? Perhaps it's because this knowledge is power, the kind of power that could shatter illusions, break chains, and awaken humanity to its full potential. The Gateway Process, Operation Stargate, and countless other programs offer tantalizing glimpses of a reality far greater than what we've been taught to believe. But for now, much of this knowledge remains hidden, locked away in classified files and redacted reports. The question is, what are they so afraid of us discovering? The truth is out there, waiting for those bold enough to seek it. The veil is thin, and the secrets of life after death are closer than you think. Will you open the door, or remain in the dark?